Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic, how do I connect data from SQL Server into Power BI? You might have heard Power BI. It's a visualization tool from Microsoft. And how do I connect? I have a SQL Server and there's a bunch of tables or views and stored procs or other objects you have, and you want to connect, you want to bring the data into Power BI. How can I do that? That's the question. So here I am here to help you. So let's say I have a data from sales table. If I execute the sales table here, I can see I have 26 records. You can see down at the bottom right corner. 26 records exist in this sales table, correct? Right. So this record I can get into Power BI. I can connect this data from SQL Server into Power BI, and then do the other data analysis and visualize my data in Power BI, right? So how do I do that? So I can bring the object, or I can also bring the stored procedure. So I have a stored procedure which is here. You can see on my Object Explorer, sp underscore finance sales. So if I do execute the store proc exec, name of the store proc, I can drag and drop this guy here instead of typing in. So if I execute the store proc, it's going to give me the data just like that too. So it's going to give me whatever that store proc is calling. It's calling for finance sales. So you can see only finance because that's what the store proc is doing. So you can do either one. So you can call this store proc, or you can call the entire table and then do your analysis however you want. So the main goal is, how do I connect this data into the Power BI? So let me open the Power BI desktop here. You might be familiar with the Power BI desktop, and when I'm in the Power BI desktop, this canvas look like a window. There's a get data option right here. So I'm going to click on the get data, and my data is in SQL Server. So select this option, SQL Server. And in this case, you have to connect to the server. So what is your server name? So if you don't know your server name, I would recommend you to go to your SQL Server instance, and then up here you can right click and go to the properties, and you'll get this SQL Server name right here. See the name here? So I'm going to highlight this one. Let me see if I can highlight here. Highlight this and then right click and copy this one. And then I'm going to go back to Power BI, and then server, you want to paste it here. Okay, paste there. And database, where it says optional, but you have to provide because you're going to write the statement here. So I'm going to say, let me go to my SQL Server here again. So I'm going to use this store proc. Okay, I'm going to copy this store proc execute statement. Go to Power BI again. On this SQL statement, optional requires database. So that means if I paste my command here, same command, SQL command for the store proc, I have to provide the database name. So my database exists in this exists in my sample db2 database. Okay, this database right here. So that's what I need to provide in the Power BI desktop. So I'm going to type that in here, sample underscore db2, and then so I got the server name, database name. It says optional, but if you have a query written down here, that is mandatory. Okay, that's what that is. So yeah, it's confusing. It says optional, but not technically optional. It is required. I don't know why they say optional. So anyway, so leave this, nothing to change here. Don't worry about it right now. So I'm just going to click OK and take a look what it does. Is it going to connect? Give it a second. There it goes. Doing. Boom, there it goes. So I'm getting exactly the same interface or same results of the data how I have been seeing in SQL. See the same results I'm getting in the Power BI now. Do you see that? I have the finance, sales, and exactly the same columns, exactly what we get in SQL. So I'm going to load the data. I'm going to load the data. So here's the two things, transform and load, right? Which one I'm going to click, right? So if you don't need to clean anything, then you're going to click on load. However, it is recommended to transform all the time, because sometime when you're cleaning, or doing some analysis on the data, you got to make sure the data is clean, the format or the data type is looking good, right? So it's always recommended to transform the data first, because that gives you the option to transform, to change the format, or to change the data type, if it is a number versus decimal places, date and time versus date, right? So give it a second, it's coming up. Yeah, my server is actually, the network is slow here, so give it a second. There you go. There you go. So I'm getting, now I'm in Power BI, and here's the SQL Server database, and then there's the query, and this is the results. I can rename here, or you can rename it here. So I'm going to do this finance. Let me type this in upper finance. Finance sales, right? Finance sales. Okay, there you go. So the cell ID is, this is saying integer, that the data type looks good. I don't need to transform. So we're in the transform section of the Power Query. So employee name, department name. So these are a string or a text character. They look good. And amount, this is integer, means there's no decimal places. That's also looking good. If it was, for example, cancel this one. For example, if it was, for example, the text character ABC, just like that, then you don't want that to be a text character, because you want to do the sum and all the aggregation later on, right? You want to do the total, right? That means you got to have this as a integer, or even float will work. So the sales amount, sales date, Power BI defaults the date field to date and time. I would recommend this to change to date rather than date and time, because of efficiency. This is more efficient than this one. This is not recommended, so this defaults, but you got to change it to date. We don't need the time. There you go. Date and time takes more memory, by the way, and that's where the efficiency comes in play. So you got to switch it to date. Looks like a calendar. That's good. Cell, month, and this is also text character. That looks good. So I'm good. So now I'm going to do close and apply. Close and apply, and it'll take a few more seconds again to do its thing. Apply, change it. Let's see why it is taking a while. Okay. It's thinking. Give it a few more seconds. Give it a few seconds. Yeah, my network is slow. That is why it's taking more time. Okay, sometime waiting is worth, because you get a good sense. Good thing always takes time to return. So it says loading data to the model. That's fine. And obviously my server is getting slow, and waiting for the server. Say it's trying to connect, and it's only 6 rows. Come on, yeah, you need to be okay. It says 6 rows loaded. There you go. And this window should close, hopefully, because I haven't seen this data being loaded here. So see, my server is getting, actually this is my network is doing that. So because I'm in a Wi-Fi network, and my Wi-Fi is getting slower right now. So sorry about that. Give it a few more seconds. Yeah, it's going to take this long, actually, because of my network here. It's crazy right now. So okay, there you go. So this has loaded. The data is loaded in the model. This is where the model, the data is loaded. If you expand, you'll see all the columns you have, and then you can bring them into the visualization. This is actually the visualization pane. So if I bring the table visualization, if you click on this table, this is a table visualization. I can drag and expand and see how the data is look like. So I'm going to do department, and then the employee name, and then their sale date. and then I don't need these. So let's see. I just want this to be only this date. Okay. Okay. Sale date one more time. Turn this into no hierarchy. No hierarchy. Okay. Hold on a second. Again, you don't want hierarchy. Okay. Yeah. Hold on a second. I am going to get rid of the sale date right now. Okay. So I got department, employee name, and then the amount and the month. Let's bring that. Okay, there you go. So see, now I got the finance department, and there's the employee name, and there's the sale amount. The total sale is 123 12,300, and there's the month. So you can sort these each of these columns based on whichever field you want to sort by. You want to sort by the better would be by month, right? So let's sort this by Jan. Oh, it doesn't work. Anyway, there's ways to do that, but I'm not going to talk more into it right now. That's not the goal here. So the goal is getting the data into the Power BI. So there you go. This is how you connect your SQL Server data, SQL Server objects into the Power BI. So hopefully that helps. Thanks again watching my channel, and please like and subscribe for more similar videos like this in the future, and have a great day.